Hey, you. Yeah, you. So, just Josh back. And I wanted to bring a special video to y'all because this is important. So, let's get into it right now. Alright, guys, so as you know, I've taken a few breaks here and there, but I'm back and I'm gonna continue to take breaks as I need because spiritual growth is depressing. It can be. Shadow work can be very depressing, you know. So I wanted to make that clear that I'm still here. So let's get into it. So today I wanted to talk about a crystal called Moldavite. Excuse me. Sit. Alright. So I wanted to talk about Moldavite today. Now, if y'all don't know, Moldavite is a crystal. And it's a crystal for spiritual growth. Alright, so this isn't just for beginners though, because so far I've had this for I've had a Moldavite crystal for approximately, this is my third day having it. Okay? Now that might be, some might say that's too early to make a video on, but I don't think so because I've already seen some crazy changes. First, before I go into what changes have happened to me, I want to talk about the changes that you can expect to happen with Moldavite. But first, I'm going to show you what my Moldavite crystal looks like. There are a lot of fakes, so you do have to be careful when purchasing one. Maybe I'll link one that I had purchased through because mine is real and I can feel it. So this is what it looks like. I'll put in a little shot of a close-up. Alright guys, so this is what the stone looks like. As you can see, it's a type of green. It doesn't look green on camera, but it is green. Your Moldavite should look like this. There should be bubbles and waves. There we go. Perfect. That's what your Moldavite should look like. The way you can tell if it's real or not is if you put it in the sunlight. You can see there's little bubbles in there and waves, so to speak. And where this actually comes from is the Czech Republic. And so basically it came from a meteorite that came down into Earth and landed in the Czech Republic from somewhere else that's not on Earth. Okay, this is a spiritual stone. It's considered a tektite. So what this does for somebody, all right, let's get into it. I'll go into what it did for me, but first I want to talk about what it does generally, okay? Now, oh shit, I dropped it. This is not for everybody, okay? This is for somebody that wants to be pushed to change, okay? So what happens when you wake up is you are aware that you need to make changes and do some shadow work. But some of the time we're not ready to do it. We're not ready to make the change. And so that's why this is so nice, okay? This forces change, and that's why you can't just start using it, okay? I know I've heard stories of people that have literally cried for hours when they first got it, or a couple days in, emotional pain is strong because Moldavite has something called a Moldavite flush, and what that is basically when you first receive your Moldavite, you're gonna go through so much shadow work. It's a fast shadow work stone, and what that means is basically you can wake up meditating, opening your third eye, and taking care of yourself. But when you pick up a Moldavite stone, you literally speed up the process. So, and I'll go into what happened to me in my first 2 days, because this is the third day. But I'll go into the first 2 days in a bit here. But I want to keep going with the benefits. When you receive a stone like this, what happens is it's charged by the sun. It's not charged by the moon. I know some stones are, but this is not. This is charged by the sun. This is a charger itself. So you don't need to put it in the sun. I didn't when I first got it. It's in my hand right now, and I can feel it vibrating. I can feel it vibrating my whole body. I can feel it. All right, so this is no joke, okay? I wasn't, to be honest with you guys, I wasn't a believer until I picked one up, until I made that purchase, okay? It was a nighttime 2 weeks, or like a week and a half ago, and I impulse bought it, okay? It sounds pretty bad, but I impulse bought it because I saw it on one of my, I was browsing through social media, and I saw it, and instantly it just clicked with me that I had to purchase it, and I couldn't control it. I instantly purchased it. It was an impulse purchase, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. So when you pick one of these up, what's going to happen? So if you're new to spirituality and you haven't quite woken up, you haven't changed your habits, you haven't started NoFap, you haven't started cold showers, you haven't started meditating, you haven't started changing your life, this thing will not do it for you, but it will show you what you need to change to be happier, okay? It will literally show you what you need to do. But if you don't follow it, it's gonna hurt you, obviously, because you see what you can do, you see your potential. So that's why you have to be careful, okay? This is not for new people, this is not for beginners, all right? This is for people who want to change their life, okay? Now I'll go into how this has changed my life, okay? So when I first received this, I was in my room relaxing, and I just held it for a minute. And I just held it for a second, and I turned off, because I was playing games at the time. I turned off my games, and I sat in my chair with my Moldavite in my hand, okay? And what I did is I just sat there, and I closed my eyes, and I started breathing, okay? I did what I would do if I was meditating. And instantly, I could feel the vibration right off of it. It was strong. It is the strongest vibration I've ever felt. Stronger than just a regular meditation. It was so strong that I almost couldn't handle it. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty intense. Okay. And in my first couple hours having this, I was on a different level. I could feel it. Okay. So when I was sitting in that chair, my vibration was rising. I could feel it, but also I could feel emotional pain because it's shadow work. It's sped up shadow work. Okay, so you're gonna notice things that you normally wouldn't notice. Just in 2 days of having this, I realized how many people around me don't serve me. People that I surrounded myself with that don't serve me. Okay. You just start to realize that not everybody is meant to be in your life. And I realized a lot of people that are in my life are not meant to be in my life. So instantly I picked up on like things that they would say to me. Like I would pick up on what people would say to me that was absolutely like, it kind of sickened me to hear, and I didn't realize that I was hearing this until it clicked. You know, it clicks in your head that somebody's saying something that's not in your best interest. Like for example, somebody telling you that they don't believe in you. If you don't believe in me and you don't have my best interest in mind, then I gotta move around. Okay, it's simple. So just keep that in mind when you have Moldavite, is that your relationships around you will change, and it is quite scary at first. And you start noticing a lot of people that don't have your best interest. And that's what I noticed in my first 2 days. And so what I would do is when you first get your Moldavite, you need to make sure that you write down your day-to-day experiences. Make sure to journal, okay? Make sure you're journaling every day. Write down day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way until you don't feel different. And I can almost guarantee that you'll feel different. It's absolutely insane. I feel like my vibration is rose a lot. Let's recap. So when purchasing a Moldavite stone, make sure you're ready, okay? Make sure that you're taking care of yourself actively. Make sure that you aren't just jumping into it because you think you can. All right, I tried that. It's, I'm not gonna say I wasn't ready, but I don't think I was, to be honest. In the first 2 days, I've already seen changes in my life that I've not seen with anything else that I've ever done. essentially Moldavite enhances your spiritual growth and your shadow work growth. I need to make that crystal clear that this is not for beginners, and you need to be careful, because this will change your life if you let it, and that's a good thing if you're ready to change your life. But if you're not ready to make changes in your life, then this is not for you. This is not a video for you. This channel is not for you, okay? So I have to make that clear, because otherwise somebody's going to get Moldavite and they're going to see something that scares the shit out of them. I appreciate all the support and the feedback on all my videos. I might make another Moldavite video. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, so I needed to make sure that I made a video on it. As soon as I picked it up, I started feeling different. Yeah, guys, just Josh, signing out.